Let's look at why every battle is won before it's ever fought. This is a quote from The Art of War by Sun Tzu, an ancient Chinese military general. He's also a strategist as well as a philosopher. His quote emphasizes the importance of preparation and planning for success. He mentioned that it can be applied to many situations, including war preparation, positioning, and planning that can make the difference in the success so that you don't go out there and die for nothing. Okay? Why is it important? Knowing when to refuse to fight is very important. And to carefully consider the entire situation and the enemy setup before engaging in a battle, so that you don't get surprised, you don't get taken out for nothing. So that if you go out there and you get hurt, you say, at least it's for the 1999 Constitution that have held me hostage in this space called Nigeria. Not because you want to end police brutality. Like my sister will say, in the end of police brutality, what about other stuff? What about electricity? What about security? What about jobs? What about education? What about things? What about the economy? What about all kinds of stuff? Are you going to now be doing demonstration every day? And that's why we are pointing you guys to the right direction, where the problem is. It allows you to better prepare so that you can have better outcome. And that's what you want. So let's bring it home. Nigeria is a place where people have been dying for nothing. And we know because of ignorance, they think they know it all. You know, their God will do it for them. They are reading the Bible, they are believing and all this stuff. And we're not saying God will not do it for you. But you cannot blackmail God into doing trash for you. It doesn't work that way. He said, come, let us reason. He didn't say, come and blackmail me with your stupidity. Let's talk it through so that it will make sense. So because of ignorance, greed, lack of preparedness, and failure to follow well-researched procedures and policies, protests are usually done as a knee-jerk sentimental reaction to issues and situations. That's what we do all the time. The organizers of these protests, they will fail to ask important questions. They think they know what they do not know. And that's very dangerous when you think you know what you don't know. Your enemies will take you out. So you're supposed to know everything about something that you're stepping into. So that no emotion, we keep telling you guys, emotion is not a strategy, will never help you. We're talking about clear mind, thought out process, strategize, things that make sense. What if? What is the exit plan? Plan A, plan B, what if? A lot of what ifs. And we say here that no one is asking the very critical questions. We've been bleeding. We see the blood everywhere. And when we say blood, we mean both literally and the other way around. We see blood everywhere. We see the system leaking. You see everybody stealing. People want to live big and be big and all this stuff and all that kinds of stuff. Stealing and leaving our people even more impoverished than they were before. Are these injuries self-inflicted? Can we think about people and countries we could learn from? We witnessed the apartheid constitution end in South Africa. We were alive when it happened. Nobody's asking what is it that they used to take down something that wasn't working for them. No, we believe God. Go get PVC. The church will join them. The bishops will join them. Everybody will join them to go and get PVC. And the thing that pains me is that when the PVC story doesn't work out, no plan B, they will leave you stranded. All of a sudden, the pastors now will start preaching. How preach? Who's the PVC? They will preaching how God wants to give you life abundantly and pray to something happen. We never asked, how did Chile protest for one full year to end their military constitution for over 35 years in 2020? We did not ask why Burkina Faso, Niger, Mali ended the French part for continued colonialism. We have never asked what is it that they are doing differently so that we don't get manipulated into going into a place that is against us. Every successful battle must have a set target. What is your set target when you are going there to expose yourself? What is your set target? So that if you happen to end up seeing our ancestors, you would have said, Papa, Grandpa, Mama, look, this is what I did. This is why I showed up here. Are you going to show up there because if you're ignorant, you see people moving and then you join them? We must learn from past events and history. Parts of preparedness is to properly research and understand the issue at hand so that emotionality will not take any place in all of this. We are basically strictly dealing purely on facts and not fiction. It's not okay to ignorantly move our youths to the street, because that's what they will do. You will see Tinubu. Yes, they will never leave us. They say, we tell them we are hungry. They say, go and die. The same man will go and join them and become president. Life is even worse than it was when he was telling us that they want us to die. They are all in this together. That protest you see him doing is like he has not gotten his cut. That's all. It's all about their cut. It's never about the people. So it's not okay to ignorantly move our youths into the youths if you don't have the good plan on the table. The evil unitary government could infiltrate and hijack the process. It's important to clearly understand and acknowledge what the problem is. Who are those creating the problems and how they're doing it and why they're doing it. And before we go out there, we must define the change we seek. Otherwise, it will be a wasted effort. If they shoot you, hurt you, and harm you, you haven't done anything. You're just stupid. That's all. Just say, we lost another stupid man. So make sure that when you go out there, you have a set target. Where are we now and where do we want to get to? It's important to understand the enemies we're dealing with and how they operate, that we must have a safe pathway, which NINAS has put on the table for us. NINAS want to remind us that Nigerian Protest 2024 will have two sides. You have the government and the protesters, given the common ground that the unitary constitution of Nigeria is the source of failure and dysfunction. It's not being protested. The demand of the protest will determine the result if targeted precisely as the source of the problem, which again, the source of the problem is the unitary constitution of Nigeria is the source of the problem. So that you don't let Oshimoyo, all of this Oshi show up and destroy.
Oshimola.
Mandola. You let them to come and destroy you, only for them to get to the same house and marry the most beautiful girl in the next village and leave you all stranded. So let's be clear as to what we are going to do. Oh my goodness, I'm moving fast. Let's be clear as to what we need to do. That we want the unitary constitution arrangement that we currently have. We should have a true federalism that recognizes our diversity and was previously agreed upon by our progenitors. Is the problem and the source of our misery. Let me read that again. That unitary constitution arrangement that we currently have, rather than the true federalism that we're supposed to have, is a problem. And the true federalism is what is agreed upon by our progenitors, which is people that are first from Nigeria, is the problem that we have, instead of having what they plan to have. So unitary constitution arrangement is the problem. It's not what we agreed upon. Rather, we agree upon true federalism that allow every component member to move at its pace according to their core value. So at the end of the day, we should be asking for transition now. Transition now, transition now, transition now. Anything else is a failure. Anything else is a waste of your time. Anything else will not change anything. Because what they will do now is that they will catch the next flight out. Once you guys make noise and whatever, they will see their houses are paid for. You know, I don't know if they're paying their taxes, because they will lose it if they're not. Their houses are paid for all over this place. So they will leave you there to do what you need to do. These people are cowards. They know they are treating you bad. But they are asking, why are these people not reacting? How are we shitting on their head and they're eating the shit and say, thank God for the shit? Like, that's literally what they ask themselves every day. They will leave. They have packed enough money to think they will live a better life somewhere, except that I don't know. That flight, when they get there, they may end up with a clot in their lungs and be dead. Who knows? But they will not. You will think they will fight you. They are not ready to fight. They have enough money not to fight anything. They just want to disappear. They're waiting for you to react. So if you are going to react accordingly. So please help us to share, like, subscribe. Have you learned anything today? Have you gotten an aha moment from what we have discussed so far? If so, please drop it in the comments and continue to help us to share. I will allow my sister to take on.